She's a loving individual.
Lula is tenacious, yet very gentle.
She's an anointed woman.
She's a mentor.
Faithfulness. She is a faithful servant.
Passionate and smart.
Lula has a very refined manner about herself, and she can walk in a room and read it, and then finds out who's there and finds out what synergy can come about to make everybody move ahead together.
I had a sense of the beloved community from Nehemiah, and where he speaks about how, the children can be playing in the streets and then just housing, distribution of resources, education, good food. My efforts have been to model that beloved community with the church as the center by making the environment in that community just. The NAACP was organizing people to be able to go to the March on Washington. I told a story about my age, and though I had bangs and ponytails, I went to St. Louis, got on a bus, and so I went, and it was a transformative time for me. I was overwhelmed with the power of people who demonstrated love, no matter what had happened to us, whether it was dogs or sticks, or just closed doors, we had gathered in love. And I found that was where I was hooked. This is what we do, and we do it for each other. I was always for the little guy, and when you're a corporate lawyer, you're getting paid to be for the corporation. And from my office, I was on the 31st floor at a high-rise downtown. I could see Skid Row, that was then on Main Street, and it broke my heart.
She came to the Union Rescue Mission, and she was the director of education services there. And she was making a transition. She had been practicing, she was in law, and she decided to wanted to do some work in terms of helping the community out. But she was also hands-on, and she knew how to bring out the best in people.
Well, actually, Dr. Ballton and I first started working together at Union Rescue Mission down on Skid Row. And my colleague at the time, Grant Power, kind of shared with her when she was leaving the mission to become social service director at West Angeles Church, that she might think about starting a community development corporation. She took it to Bishop, and Bishop said, "Lula, that sounds like a great idea, let's do it, and I think you should run it."
We started with direct impact involvement, doing things for people, serving them, helping them find a job, helping them with the emergencies that they faced. They were out of food, they didn't have a place to stay, they were having difficulty in dealing with one or another governmental program. Of course, Lula came right in and assisted us in those individual personal services that we provided to people in the community. Later on, we began to move off into housing for low income and affordable housing. And she was skillful not only in being concerned about the community, but she was skillful also in dealing with foundations and corporations and governmental entities who helped to fund some of the programs.
So many of our children don't have a vision, and that's a part of what the body does, is make the vision real, something to pursue.
Well, Lula has always had a very expansive vision. It was always understood that we're not going to be just an economic development or just a real estate development organization, but that we're going to be a very comprehensive, holistic organization which meets the entire needs of the community.
Lula talks a lot about what makes us different as a faith-based, as a Christian community development corporation. It's about the love and the compassion that we show for one another, and they will know that we are of Christ and in Christ by the love that we show.
She is one that bridged two different communities that oftentimes don't talk to each other, the financial services sector and the community, folks, working people. And she's built some tremendous bridges to really bring about social change and community change.
I am excited to be part of making sure that people get to know and have an opportunity to pause and congratulate her on phenomenal success and work that she's done with Community Development Corporation, and even just being a mother and a great wife and now a grandmother all at the same time.